Hello everyone, welcome back. Let us continue with our next question where we left off. We're doing exercise 9.1. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 4. Question number 4, they're asking, draw the number line and represent the following rational number on it. Now we are supposed to draw a number line using this rational number, question number 1, 3 by 4. We have to draw a number line and represent this on the number line, okay? So to do that, the first step is to divide this. We can divide 3 by 4. Now when you divide, this is less than 4, so I will put a point and I will bring a 0 here. Now after this, 4 into what is 30? There is no such multiple. The nearest is 4 into 7 is 28. Now you don't have to go further. You have got one number and here you have understood now. Now if you remember the number line, 0, this side is plus 1, this side is minus 1. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. It goes on like that. Now when you want to plot this value equals to 0.7 something. Now 0.7 we know lies between 0 and 1. Since this is plus, it will lie on the right side. If it is minus, it will lie on the left side. But here we have a positive number, 0.7, okay? So before that, before we go on, you can also, there is also another method. You can check if this is a proper fraction or a improper fraction. We can see that this is a proper fraction because the denominator is bigger than numerator. If denominator is bigger than numerator, we call it a proper fraction. If denominator is less than numerator, we call it an improper fraction. Now for every proper fraction, the rational number will lie between 0 and 1, alright? The rational number will lie between 0 and 1. So we will draw the rational number in this manner, and since it lies between 0 and 1, we will mark in between 0 and 1. Now, please look at this rational number, 3 by 4. We have 4 equal parts. The denominator always shows the equal parts, so we will divide this into equal parts, 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, and 1 will be your 4. Now here, the top is 3. So we will start counting 1, 2, 3. This will be your 3 by 4. Now if you don't understand this, the next number after 0 will be 1. This is 1, so 1 by total number is 4. The next is 2. 2 by total parts are 4. Similarly, next is 3 by 4. So your 3 by 4 will be over here. You can do in this manner for all the questions given here. Simply divide them, you will get a value. You will understand that it lies between 0 and 1, 1 and 2. You will be able to understand that. With that, after you understand where it should be, you will divide the parts according to the numerator and denominator. Alright? I hope this is clear and you will please try the other questions at home. Next, we will skip to question number 7. This question is quite simple. Rewrite the following rational numbers in the simplest form. We have already discussed what simplest form is. It is the standard form where you cannot divide anymore, you cannot cancel anymore, sorry. Not divide, where you cannot cancel anymore. They have no more common factors. So the first number given is 3 by 4. If you look at this, 3 and 4, they do not lie in the same multiplication table. So this is already in the standard form. Nothing to do here. Keep it as it is. This is your answer. Let's look at the next question. The next question is 25 by 45. Now, when you look at 25 by 45, both of them end with 5. So we can know that this is in the multiplication table of 5. So 5 into 5 is 25. 5 into 9 is 45. So you are getting 5 by 9. So 5 and 9, they do not lie in the same multiplication table. So this is the lowest form. We are reducing this to this. Okay? So this is your standard form, 5 by 9. Similarly, for other questions, you can do it in this manner. Let's look at the next question. Question number 9. 1, 2 by 3 and 5 by 2. 2 by 3, 5 by 2. Now the question reads, which is greater in each of the following? Now I've already mentioned earlier also, but let me mention it again. We are comparing numbers now, comparison of rational numbers, finding out which is greater, which is smaller. So this is almost the same as the same process as finding equivalent, okay? Equivalent numbers. Now what we will do is we will try to make these denominators equal, same. So the nearest number that we can think of is 6, okay? Or without doing this, we can use another method, which is finding LCM. LCM is lowest common multiple, okay? We will find LCM using factorization. This process is called factorization. First, we will use 3. 3 into 1 is 3. 2 we cannot, so we'll keep it as it is. Next, we will use 2. 2 into 1. 2 into 1 is 2. So we have 3, 2. That means 3 into 2 is 6. So your LCM will be 6, okay? Now, we know that this is 6, so we will change both of them to 6. So 3 into 2 is 6. So if you're multiplying 2 here, you multiply 2 on top also. So you're getting 2 into 2, 4. 3 into 2, 6. All right? This is for the first number. The second number, 5 by 2. 2 into what will give you 6? 2 into 3. Similarly, you are multiplying 3 here, so on top also you will multiply 3. So 5 into 3 is 15. 2 into 3 is 6. Now, if you look at the denominators, both of them are 6. Now we can refer the numerators now. Forget about the denominators for now. Look at the numerators now. 4 and 15. Which one is bigger? Obviously 15 is bigger. So we can conclude that 15 is bigger than 15 by 6 is bigger than 4 by 6. In short, 5 by 2 is bigger than 2 by 3, because after multiplying we're getting this is bigger than this, okay? So we can say that therefore 5 by 2, this 15 by 6 we got using 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is greater than this 2 by 3. I hope this is clear. Always to find bigger or smaller, always make the denominators equal first. After that, compare the numerators. If the numerator, when you make the denominators equal, you can easily compare the numerators and understand which one is bigger. All right? So with this, comparison of numbers is over. The other questions are all the same. Simply make the denominators equal, compare the numerators. The next is question number 10. I will do the first one, minus 3 by 5, minus 2 by 5, minus 1 by 5. They want us to make this in ascending order. Now, please look at the question. All the denominators are 5. Nothing to do here. Just look at the numbers. Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Now, we know that 1 is smaller than 2, 3. It should be in this order, right? For normal number. This is for positive number. But if you look at the number line, it goes in the opposite direction. That means minus 1 is bigger than minus 2. Minus 2 is bigger than minus 3. So this is already in ascending order. Smallest is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. All right? So nothing much to do here. Let's move on to the next question. Minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 9, and minus 4 by 3. Here, let's try to find the LCM for this. 3, 9, 3. We'll start with 3. 3, 3, 3, 1. 3 again. So your LCM is 3 into 3 is 9. So all these numbers you change to 9. Minus 1 by 3. 3 into 3 is 9. Similarly, you multiply 3 here, you get minus 3 by 9. This is already with denominator 9. We will not change anything here. Let's move on to the next number. To make this 9, multiply with 3. So if you're multiplying with 3 here, here also it should be multiplied with 3. So it becomes minus 12 by 9. Now, denominators are all same. Denominators are all same. Compare your numerators. In integers, negative number, the bigger the number, the smaller it gets. That means this is the smallest number, the next smallest number is this, and the next smallest number is this, okay? So we will write in this manner, minus 12 by 9, minus 3 by 9, minus 2 by 9. Or, if you want to write exactly as this, minus 12 by 9 is nothing but minus 4 by 3. Minus 3 by 9 is nothing but minus 1 by 3. You can write this in this order. This is ascending. And finally, minus 2 by 9. This means minus 4 by 3 is less than minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 is less than minus 2 by, sorry, this is, 9. Minus 2 by 9, all right? So with this, we conclude the exercise 9.1. The rest of the questions are very similar, no much change. You can easily understand. Please practice and you will be able to solve them easily. Now let's move on to the next exercise. The next exercise is exercise 9.2. Here we'll be dealing only with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of rational numbers. So the first part is find the sum. It is on page number 190. For the first part of the question, we have 5 by 4 plus minus 11 by 4. Now we have to add them. Now here this is a special case. Both the denominators are same. Okay? So in addition, if both the denominators of rational numbers are same, we take that number as common. 4. So denominator part over. Now, before we go here, we can see that there's a plus and a minus sign here. So we will change this 5 by 4. Plus in the minus is minus, all right? And this bracket will be opened, 11 by 4. Plus into minus, minus. You may be wondering how minus came. It's because plus into minus is minus, okay? So after that, take common 4. And since this is 4, we simply write 5 minus. Both of them are 4, so take directly 11. Now 11 we cannot subtract from 5. What we will do is we will subtract 5 from 11, okay? So when you subtract this, you get 6. You're getting 6 by 4. But please mind it that plus 4 is smaller, 5 is smaller than 11. And 11 has sign minus. So the bigger number has, whatever sign the bigger number has, that sign you have to put here. That means here 11 is minus, so it will be minus 6. All right? I hope this is clear with you. There are other examples given. Let's look at one more example. Let's look at question number 5. Minus 8 by 19 plus minus 2 by 57. So for this, we will find the LCM now. 19 and 57. Since I already know this, I will start with 9. All right, 19. All right, 19 into 1 is 19. And I already know that 19 into 3 is 57. There's another method. If you want to find it, you keep multiplying numbers until you get the same number. Here, let's multiply with 3. 3, 9, 27. 3, 1, we're getting 57. All right? So, we will do with 3. 3 into 1 is 3. 19 into 3 is 57. 3 into 1 is 3. All right? So, we're getting this. 19 into 3 as your LCM. We already know 19 into 3 is 57. Okay? So, you have, before you do that, let's look at this. Minus 8 by 19, plus into minus, minus 2 by 57. I hope this part is clear. Now, you take 57, all right, as common, and minus 8. Now, this is 19 and this is 57. To make this 1957, I multiplied with 3. So, here I multiply with 3. It became 57. Here also I have to multiply with 3. That means like this. And minus 2. 57 is already 50, here already 57. So, these two, no change will be there. This will become minus 24 minus 2 by 57. So in the end, 24, minus 24, minus 2. Both are minus. When two minus come together, you have to add them. 24 plus 2 is 26 by 57. But both of them are minus. So minus. So this is how you will do your addition. Here they have asked us to find the sum, but in between there have been subtraction, and also similar process will be for question 1 and question number 2. So with that we will wind up with subtraction and addition. You can always practice at home. I will give you some brief ideas about how to multiply. Let's look at question number 3, 1. Comparing to addition and subtraction, multiplication is so much more easier. Now, the first one is 9 by 2 into minus 7 by 4. So, for multiplication, find the product. Product means multiply. For multiplication, it's quite simple. There's no need to find any LCM, no need for any confusion. Simply remember that you will multiply numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Nothing here, simple math, all right? So what you will do is 9 into minus 7, okay? And 2 into 4. That means these two are multiplied, these two are multiplied. 9 into 7 is 63. Here plus, here minus. Plus into minus, minus. 2 into 4, 8. Finished. So in multiplication, directly multiply. We can do one more example. 3 by 10 into minus 9. I've already told you about the invisible one. 3 by 10 into minus 9 by 1. This 1 is always there. If there is no denominator given, that means the denominator is always 1. Okay? Multiply these two and these two. So 3 into minus 9 by 10 into 1. So you're getting minus 27 by 10. So for multiplication, directly multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. You simply have to be good at multiplication, all right? So please practice. And finally, before we wind up, let me give you one or two more examples of, let me solve a few more questions on division, on divide. Find the value of, the first one is minus 4 divided by 3. So this is also another simple procedure. Here you just have to remember one thing. Now I told you that if there is no denominator, there is a 1. Divide 2 by 3. In division, there is only one step, one extra step. That is, we have already learned about reciprocal. When you change this divide into multiply, these two will change their position, which is called reciprocal. Denominator will become numerator, numerator will become denominator. So this divide I change to multiply, that means 3 will come on top, 2 will go below. So this is the only extra step. Rest same as multiplication. Multiply these two, multiply these two. So minus 4 into 3 by 1 into 3. You get minus 12 by 2. You can further reduce it if you want. 2 into 1, 2 into 6. You are getting minus 6 by 1, which you can write as minus 6. All right? This is all about division. If you have any more confusion, we can do one more before we wind up. Let me do the last one for you. The last question is 3 by 13 divided by minus 4 by 65. So this is also the same thing, 3 by 13. This divide will become into, 65 will go up, minus 4 will come down. Okay? So 13 into 1 is 13, 13 into 5 is 65. All right? 13 into 5. 5, 3, 15, 5, 1, 65. So you have left 3 into 5 by 1 into minus 4. 3 into 5 is 15. 1 into 4 is 4. Plus into minus is minus. Now, please do not get confused. The minus may be below, minus may be on top. It is all the same. we can still write minus 15 by 4. Okay? 15 by minus 4 and minus 15 by 4, they are all the same. All right? So with that, we have come to the end of the chapter, rational numbers. So please practice more, and with more practice, if you try to solve more of the exercise questions here, if you have any doubt, you can always refer back and try to understand the concept first and apply. All right? So with that, we have come to the end of the chapter, and I hope you will practice more and learn better. So thank you so much, and see you very soon.